In this video, I want to show you how to create custom Nastran results for a Nastran model like you see here on the screen. So this video is in two parts. In the first part of the video, we are going to take results that you maybe created in Matlab or Python. We're going to store those results in a CSV file, and then we're going to convert that to an H5 file, and then we're going to create our contour plots. In the second part of the video, we're going to have Nastran output results, maybe stresses, maybe displacements, to an H5 file, and then we're going to convert that to a CSV file. Now, in this first part of the video, this is very useful if you're a student, you're a PhD student, or you're a researcher. A lot of the time, you're going to create these custom results, and then you want to visualize those results on the Nastran model. So let's go ahead and get started. So in this other window, I have a CSV file with element IDs in column 1, the response value for the elements in column 2, and then this domain ID column that should always be 1 whenever you're following this video. So for now, let's go ahead and assume every element has a response value of 100. So this custom response value, this could be stress, this could be strain, this could be some other quantity you compute in Matlab or Python. Notice that for elements 8, 9 through 264, I have a response value of 100. So let's go ahead and save this CSV file. If I look at this new CSV file, notice what the CSV file looks like. We have one column EID, value, and domain ID. Make sure it's exactly like this: EID, comma, value, comma, domain underscore ID. If it looks different, this is not going to work. So make sure this is all uppercase. If it's lowercase, it's not going to work. So make sure this is uppercase and this matches this string. So let's go ahead and undo all this. Notice that every row has, for the response value, 100. This is just a placeholder for now. I'll get back to that in a moment. Okay, now we're going to use this other Python script. So this is the Python script. We only care about the last line. So we're going to say run this function. Take that CSV file, which is in path 1 or argument 1. Argument 1 is going to be the path or location of the CSV file. The second argument is going to be the location of the new H5 file. Remember, we're converting the CSV file to an H5 file, and then we're going to get our contour plots. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's run Python on the script. Notice that we get an error. This is not going to work because by default, Python does not come with these libraries, H5py, pandas, and numpy. You have to go ahead and install those libraries on your own end. If you're new how to do that, Google is a great resource to learn how to do that. Okay, now what I went ahead and did on my desktop, I configured a different virtual environment, and then I installed the libraries, and then I get a new Python executable or a new Python interpreter that would be this highlighted section here. Notice that it ends with Python 3, the executable. I believe on Windows it would be python.exe. Then you point to the Python script, and let's go ahead and delete the old H5 file. So let's go ahead and navigate to that directory. Let's delete the old H5 file. Let's run the script, and now I get a new H5 file here. Now, if you want to confirm what's in there, you can open up this free program called HDFview. This program is free. I believe you go to the website, you make an account, and then if you look through all the links they have a download link for both Windows and Linux. So let's go ahead and open that new H5 file that was created. So we just converted the CSV file to an H5 file. If we look at the custom 1 dataset, every value that was in the CSV file is now in the H5 file. Notice we have 100, 100, 100 for all the elements. Now, what I can do is the following. I can go to the web app, open a new viewer window, and I can upload both the bulk data file and the custom H5 file. Remember, we're assuming, we're imagining that we created these responses in Matlab or Python. We want to look at these custom responses on the Nastran model. So this is what the result looks like. Let me turn off the loads and boundary conditions. So you can see that every element has a value of 100. That's because we set it to 100. All the 2D elements, all the beam elements have a value of 100. If the element is gray, that means there's no data. There are no responses for these elements. So now let's go ahead and create some custom responses. And let's add a custom response for, let's go ahead and see. Let's pick one of these 2D elements. So one of these 2D elements doesn't have any data. So let's go ahead and pick one of these elements at random. Let's pick element 89. So we're going to go back to the original CSV file. We're going to add a row for element 89. And then we're going to use Matlab or Python to create some custom responses. Remember, these could be custom stress, strain calculations. They could be other calculations that you want. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take the element ID and I'm just going to divide it by 100. I'm doing this just to keep this simple, just so you can follow the data. Let's go ahead and save the CSV file. Let's rerun the Python script. And here what I have to do is I have to close this H5 program because it's restricting overriding of the old H5 file. And let me look here. Cannot convert any into integer. Okay, so there might be a problem with this CSV file. So let's go ahead and look here. I forgot to supply a value of 1 for the domain ID. So let's go ahead and add 1. Save this again. Let's rerun this. Okay, that looks okay. Let's open this in the HDF view. Let's look for custom. Let's look at the new data. We're just confirming that the new data is in the H5 file. Right, so we have element data for element 89, and then we updated the response values for every other element. Let's go back to the web app and re-upload this data. So we're going to upload the PDF and the H5 file. So let's do that right now. And let's go ahead and upload that new custom H5 file. So remember, we create a custom data is what I want to say. Maybe this is from Matlab. Maybe this is from Python or Excel or some other procedure. Once we convert the CSV file to an H5 file, now we can look at some contour plots on the Nastran model. Here, let's look at the maximum response and the minimum response. So the maximum response is happening in element 264. The element value is 2.64. So if we scroll to the very end, for element 264, the response value is 2.64. The minimum response is happening in element 8, and the value is 0.08. If you look here, that's the value we get for the minimum response. Notice that now, since the CSV file has a response value for this element, that element is colored. Whereas the other elements, they're not colored. There's no response data available for that element. Okay, so that's the first part of the video. That's how you go from a CSV file to an H5 file. Then once you have the H5 file, you can create these contour plots. Now for the second part of the video, let's suppose you perform a statics analysis with Nastran. So when you do that, you're going to get an H5 file. Nastran outputs this H5 file. Let's go ahead and take a look at that H5 file. If we look at the results data set, you notice that we get some stress data sets. One for the beams, one for quad 4, and then one for displacements. So how do you get this data to a CSV file? So one option is you open the data set, you press Control A. Control A will select all the data. Then you press Control C on the keyboard. You open a spreadsheet program. And then you copy and paste this data to the spreadsheet program. So let's go ahead and do that right now. We paste it here. But then you have to go through this process of labeling all the columns. Also, there's no data regarding the subcases. So then you have to manually add the subcase data manually. Let me show you an automatic way of doing this. So there are two ways of doing it automatically. The first automatic option is you go to the HTML5 Explorer, you select the H5 file here, you click upload. Once you're here, you can click on acquired dataset here at the top. You can select nodal displacement. This is going to acquire only a few nodes. What you can do, you can specify all here in the specify entities input box. You can click acquire dataset, and then this will acquire all the displacements, and it will add the corresponding subcase number. Here on the top right, click on download CSV. Now I get a new CSV file called acquired dataset. Let's open that. I get all the rows, I get all the displacements, I get column titles, and I get the corresponding subcase, module number. If this was an optimization, I would get the design cycle number. Notice that they're all 0 because nothing else is being done. All we care about is the subcase column. So that's one automatic way of getting the data set with the subcase information included. The second way of doing this is by using this other Python script. And now all the Python scripts you see today are free. Just give me an email or send me an email and I'll give you a copy of these Python scripts. What you want to do is modify the last line. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go back to the H5 program. Notice that the path here is Nastran result nodal. Let's copy that. For the data set, we're going to say this. For the second argument, we're going to say acquire this path, go to the Nastran branch, result branch, nodal branch, and the displacement data set. The first argument is the name of the H5 file, which is model.h5. The third argument is going to be the name of the output CSV file. Click on save. Now open Python or terminal or the command prompt. Let's navigate to that directory. Let's go ahead and run our Python interpreter and run that Python script. So now in that other directory, I get a CSV file, data strat. Or here, let's go ahead and do this. If you want, you can rename it here. Let me call it disp. Let's go ahead and rerun it. I get a new CSV file labeled dataset disp for displacement. If we open that, I get almost the same information. I get the displacements, and then I get information regarding the subcase number, design cycle, and so on and so on. So now I can feed this data. I can feed the CSV file to Matlab or Python, perform my custom calculations, and so on and so on. So that was the second part of the video. How do you output the H5 file, and then how do you convert that to a CSV file? You can do it manually, or you can do it automatically. You can go to the HTML5 Explorer and click on download CSV, or you can run a custom Python script to get what you need. Okay then, so there you have it. That's how you go from a custom CSV to H5, and then eventually your contour plots. And then that's how you go from a statics analysis in Nastran. You get a H5 file, then you output it to a CSV file. And just as the last thing, just in case you do have a question, I'll leave you my email address. Feel free to reach out and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So that's the end of the video, and as always, thank you for watching.